Frank, baby. This is BEG Wrestling. Probably the baddest, most real college wrestling show out there, I would say. Would you not agree? Yep, folks. Today,
I don't know.
Today, folks, we're going to be talking about the Final X matchups, what we have to look forward to there, future transfer portal expectants. Some of these weight classes are jumbled up. Who we can expect to see in the transfer portal in the future? How about that? Hidlay moving up and taking a 6-year.
Portal potty.
The portal potty. All right. I have a personality theory between Cael and Brands that I'd like to compare. We're going to look at the greatest team of all time, the 1997 Iowa Hawkeyes versus the 2024 Penn State and Nittany Lions. Who's going to end up being the greatest team of all time after next year, folks? We also have Drew's Digs, a new segment this week.
All right, Drew's in the house.
Drew's Digs. He's been on the show before. Drew's Digs coming back. And an Iowa update. We have an Iowa update. Let's start off first and foremost with the Final X matchups. We had 3 weight classes to look forward to. Why don't you brief us on those 3 weight classes?
All right.
Well, listen.
Let's get back on track.
Wow. Anyone who was looking for a Final X update, newsflash, it doesn't matter. There's a reason we filmed this the day before the finals happened, because it don't matter. Vito's moving on. It don't matter at 92 because we ain't doing nothing and no one's touching Gable. There's your Final X update. How about that?
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on that before we move on?
No.
No. All right, folks. Before we move on, I do want to mention our subscriber of the week. We almost forgot, okay? Check this out, folks. You're getting a BEG Wrestling t-shirt. This week, I'm talking about Brian Kulzak.
All right, Brian.
Brian Kulzak commented. He's talking about his girlfriend is watching. She's not even a fan, but now she's watching college wrestling. That's what I'm talking about, Brian. That's what I'm talking about.
That was a cool comment.
That's what I'm talking about. Brian, email us at zach@beaverenterprisegroup.com. Your size, your address, and you're getting a BEG Wrestling t-shirt, baby. Thank you for your support. Moving on. Okay, so we've already seen all these transfer portals happen. Most are done this year. Maybe there's a few flying out. But it's resulted in weight class jambalaya, okay? Iowa at Penn State. There's a couple weight classes that are real heavy that we can predict transfer portals in the future, right? Let's talk about some of these weight classes specifically at Iowa and Penn State that we can expect to see, maybe who we expect to see in the transfer portal.
Well, I heard or read somewhere the Iowa people said, well, we're going to have Ferrari down at 57. Did you see the 2 pictures of the Anthony and Angelo standing side by side in Iowa singlets?
Yeah.
Do they look like 2 weight classes apart from each other? They looked identical, size-wise.
Yeah, they did.
Anthony down at 57. Please. Heck, they're talking Angelo probably is going to go 84. Thinking, okay, Angelo might be a little better than Assad. So there we got to have step up, which we don't know that yet. Let's find out. Although I would guess to say probably Angelo.
I'm going Angelo there. Angelo down to 3 schools now. Iowa being one of them. What are we waiting on, Angelo?
Just
really?
do it.
It's
the
the Ferrari drama.
Yeah,
right? We can't just name where we're going. Let's build a little drama. Right?
Here.
Come on, typical Iowa. Come on.
Put that picture up there. The guy holding all them packages. Here, the attention you ordered.
Oh!
The attention you ordered.
Shots at Iowa, baby. We can't miss an episode without taking some shots at Iowa.
Yeah, but, and then
Go ahead.
Well, and the thing is, see, here's what I think. There's nobody that's going to be at 57 or can get down to 57. I'm talking Kennedy or Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
So Seabrook is going to be at 57. Now, here's where the logjam happens between 65 and 74.
Okay.
You got Ferrari, you got Gabe Arnold, and you got Kennedy. Now, Gabe Arnold can take a
red shirt.
Yeah. So say Ferrari goes 74 and Kennedy 65. I guess that's how they work it out. But at least for this year. But and Penn State's got the same problem. They're going to have a log jam. They can work things out for this year, but they're going to have a log jam coming up.
Can they? Isn't Facundo? I mean, Facundo is going to be in the portal, right?
No way. Penn State's not going to want to lose him. And again,
it's not about whether they want to lose him.
Yeah, I mean,
if he's not in the starting lineup, he's an AA'er. He's going to want to wrestle somewhere.
See, he says I'm not coming back for 5. I'll believe that when I see it. Strachey, that is. Yeah, I think once you can be the only person to ever get 5. Mm-hmm. How do you give up on that opportunity? Well, I want to be a UFC champion. Well, that's fine. You're young, but how do you give up on, especially if a bunch of NIL money comes in and stuff? I don't know.
Well, it's going to be real easy to give that up if he's got other offers on the table right now. But so if UFC or WWE, whatever it is, if they're offering money, that's real easy to give up that chance. But I'll tell you this, one thing I think about, boy, did Gable kind of ruin that market for college wrestlers, didn't he? The biggest guy, the biggest expectations, and he goes on WWE and just an absolute bust. You got to think they're going to be hesitant to just sign college wrestlers now here going forward, right? Based on Gable. And Gable's hurt the college wrestling individual market.
Well, to tell you the truth, if he didn't screw up and end up in this trouble that he's in, AJ, he might have been perfect for
talking about a missed opportunity out of AJ. Yeah, he would have been. He was what we thought and wanted Gable to be.
Yeah,
except too much.
Yeah,
too much. You couldn't stay out of trouble.
Well, and in all fairness, we'll let the court system sort that whole thing out. I understand things can.
Yeah, we can't. You
don't know
what's system. So, but the fact that you're putting yourself in bad place, bad time, be smarter. You got to know who you are. Put yourself in a good place. If you're putting yourself in bad situations all the time, bad things are going to happen. You got to be smarter than that. So what? Really? You're not predicting any future transfer portals? There's got to be someone.
Oh.
You got to pick one from Iowa, pick one from Penn State. Maybe expected, maybe unexpected that this year.
Well, the whole Ferrari, Kennedy, Arnold thing next year that's the problem. So one of them 3, none of them are going to want to sit a year. And so of them 3, who knows? How good is Arnold? I'd like to see Arnold against Kennedy. Let's see how that shakes out. Or can Anthony, is he good enough? To me, all 3 have to be pretty close. So
how many years does Kennedy have left?
Who's that?
Kennedy, how many years does he have left?
He's got 3 left.
Okay. One of them is leaving. You can't jump. You can't squeeze 3 into 2 weight classes over the course of 3-4 years. Who's leaving? Because one of them's leaving. Either Gabe Arnold, Ferrari, or Kennedy is gone.
Yeah. I mean,
who's it going to be?
I would guess to say, wow. I guess I'd say Arnold.
Arnold.
I don't know who to pick.
Well,
I don't know who to
pick. I'll tell you who I'm picking. It's Ferrari. There's just too many fireworks out of the Ferrari camp.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't see a Ferrari staying there long term.
Well,
the Ferraris are fireworks, dude.
They change high schools like every year.
Okay. Yeah. So Ferrari's not going to be in Iowa long.
Yeah.
Celebrate while you can.
Yeah.
Either way, if he sticks around, it's going to be Gabe Arnold or Kennedy gone. Yeah. All right. Now, Penn State. Who's leaving? You got to pick one out of those weight classes at Penn State.
Hey, if I have to pick one, I mean, to me, I guess unless they can talk Facundo into, let's suppose that Strachey says, okay, I'm coming back for my 5th, because him going for his 4th this coming year, everything still works out. We can give Facundo that Olympic red shirt, and everything still fits for a year. We're good to go for a year. But if Strachey says, I'm coming back for the 5th, then we got a problem. Then you got an absolute stud's going to have to be sitting. Would like a Facundo sit for a year?
Well, you'd have to. Maybe Carter transferred.
He wouldn't be the first. We've seen other studs at Penn State sitting. I mean, even Neville's finally left, and then Beard sat a year. So it wouldn't be the first time, but if I have to pick one, it would be Facundo. But believe me, they don't want to lose Facundo. The thing about Facundo, he never hit that point where he just opened it up.
No.
Like and I used to accuse Bartlett of this and Van Ness of this, and all of a sudden they hit that end of the year, and it's like they finally just opened up. And
well, let's not go crazy. They did a couple matches in the tournament. It came out of left field. No one saw that coming.
That's true, but then you seen Bartlett in freestyle, and he looks like the train just kept rolling.
Well, yeah, he caught that confidence.
Yeah, and the thing with Facundo is it was just tight, conservative. I don't want to mess up or whatever. Dude, just
Facundo's gone.
Like you have to have confidence in your stuff, and you got to go.
He missed his opportunity. He last year was Facundo's opportunity. Facundo will be gone in the near future at Penn State. Make room for Messenbrink, Levi. There's too many people at that weight class.
Well, I hope you're wrong, because I'd love to see Facundo eventually at 74 stays. In all seriousness, as much as I love Strachey, for him to go get the fifth, because the NCAA was such
circus.
That was so stupid. That was so stupid. It still makes me angry when I think about that.
Yeah.
How do you give who is in charge over there?
No one.
Who is in charge of the NCAA? Because what in the world were you guys thinking? Let's give this class a whole extra year.
They jacked up the stats for all time.
Yeah. So
all time.
I actually don't want Strachey to get a fifth because it's stupid.
Dude, they let... Oh, my goodness.
I know,
I'm going to dive into it, but, dude, they let a little bit of peer pressure them into just jacking up the stats forever. Yeah. So, beautiful.
We got Warner.
Beautiful NCAA.
Yeah, we got Warner running around with T-shirts. Did you see that? The Warner's T-shirt, something about... Isn't that some sort of rights infringement?
What did it say?
Fat Bottom Girls. That's a song he runs out to all the time. But there on the top it says 2021 national champion. And that was for the team. Mm-hmm. And then it's 5-time AA. 5-time. And I know Penn State's got something.
Brother, why don't you put 7-year college member?
5-time AA.
Been in college for 7 years on your shirt. You proud of that when you go apply for a new job?
If you're one of them that you're a 5-time AA, don't just say you're a 4-time, because the NCAA got goofy in the head over there.
Yeah.
Whatever their decision-making skills. No. That implies you're better than all these 4-time AAs that came before you. And I'm not taking anything away from you 5-timers. I think Nick Lee's one.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything away either. I mean, yeah. If they had the opportunity to wrestle, be a 5-time AA, do it. I mean, I'm joking around here, but...
Yeah, but it's just...
I mean,
we shouldn't have even got on that subject, the NCAA and their decision-making skills.
Wow.
Same with the NIL. You say, well, their hands are tied with the NIL, but I don't know. That decision there, unbelievable. Unbelievable. But,
all right. Any other, maybe other schools, some jammed up weight classes you expect to see anyone in the portal?
Well, I obviously could say Michigan, but who knows? They bring these guys in every year. Maybe if their money doesn't get jammed up, I guess they can find a way to.
As long as everyone's getting paid, folks, everyone's going to be happy.
What? You guys out there throwing money away, buying people? Yes, I'm going to mention it. Oh, you say Penn State got 3 recruits too. Last I checked.
Penn State's paying. Come on now.
Nagao said, I got
less. Less money.
You sure it wasn't a lot less? Was it just less?
No, he said not as much. They probably offered him $10,000 less.
Well, I know Messenbrink
shaved the top off.
Messenbrink said had 0.1 to do with the NIL.
He said 0.1.
I think he said less than 0.1.
The fact that he said it's something. But I tell you what Penn State's doing. They're probably playing the old tell them give us their price deal. Okay? I've been in sales. I know how this works. You go in, they say, well, they offered me this. And they say, what? Tell me what they offered. Okay?
Yeah.
I'll either match it, or if you're Penn State's case, okay, we can't offer you $250. We're going to offer you $225. And, dude, you're coming to Penn State, so you're going to get a championship. You think $25,000 is a big deal because you're going to get sponsors down the road? That's what they're doing. They're playing that sales game in Penn State. Boy, them boys are dull. They ain't lying. They're dull.
Like they said, Truex. If you come here, we even have a T-shirt we'll give you. It says Truex on the back. We'll have it made up. They might have gave him a T-shirt.
We can't offer you as much money. We're going to offer you some other shady deals.
Nagao is allowed to go eat at the lunch hall.
Hey.
Half price.
Oh, my goodness. Plus, hey, listen, in Penn State, we don't even have a structured practice, right? We hear about these Penn State practices where there's what do they call it, the grind matches or something, where they 45 minutes of wrestling nonstop.
They play wrestle a lot.
They play wrestle in Penn State. Yeah. Then we know in Iowa, that's much different in Iowa, right? That's a much different practice room in Iowa. We're talking 50 plus years of wrestling experience. I want to ask you personally, what would your perfect wrestling practice be?
Well, what mine would be go set up some sort of hidden camera at Penn State and whatever they're doing. That's what mine would be. That's what mine would be. No.
Oh my goodness. How about let's talk fundamentals? Like let's say you got 2 hours, okay?
Yeah.
You got a 2-hour practice. How are you spending those 2 hours?
Very little live wrestling. Although it when it comes to drilling, if you get the right partner, drilling is huge. You know, you start the drill where it's basically no resistance whatsoever. He's just getting the actual technique down. Then you got a little, whatever terms you want, you got a little resistance. And you just keep working up to where it's almost live. And it actually is live. But, and then you start chaining it together. He's going to do this to counter that. And I'm going to move right from this to this move. And it's boring to do the same thing over and over and over. Do you remember though? You came to wrestle, and we drilled.
Oh, I wrestled, folks.
We drilled 3 moves. It was basically 3 moves, but we did them a lot. We didn't have a whole bunch of time.
Yeah,
but all 3 of them moves worked.
Quit 8th grade basketball in the middle of the year.
Yeah,
over wrestling. And I'll tell you, good job. That's the right answer, sir. Here's how the practice goes. You got 2 hours. It's that what you just talked about, that drill / warm up, 30 minutes. Then I got 45 minutes of freestyle open wrestling. You just wrestle open. Okay, so now we're an hour and 15 into, then back to 30 minutes drilling, 15-minute cool down, folks. Boom. You think that's how Penn State's doing it?
I know
I'm pretty sure that's how Penn State's doing it.
They're keeping it fun, and I know that sounds so stupid. You and your lame fun term.
Well, it's real easy to be fun when you're winning. I'll say that.
That's true.
It's all fun and games right now. Penn State, we'll see.
I see some things that just make me scratch my head.
Such as?
Like Jessaruga at Iowa. Mm-hmm. Here you're talking about an absolute stud. And Iowa's counting on Ayala and Jessaruga. They're going to cover our 125, 133 for the next 3-4 years.
Give our weekly Iowa update.
Yeah. And so we're all locked in there. We can concentrate in other weights. And then all of a sudden, Jessaruga decides he wants, what was it, a Navy SEAL? Or was it the Green Beret? I can't know.
Touche to him.
No, yeah. And yeah.
Touche to him.
But how do you become that good at wrestling as Jessaruga is? A big dog among the recruits. Wrestled all of your life, and all of a sudden, boom, I'm done. And it's like,
better question. How are you not identifying that in your recruiting process if you're Tom Brands? You think Cael didn't know he's half into the Navy SEALs, half out? You think Cael wasn't aware of that? You think a good recruiter wouldn't be aware of something like that? You need to be aware of that.
maybe it wasn't there. Maybe once he showed up,
Well,
people don't like
out
change.
of nowhere.
People don't like change. And there he's change, and
You don't go from committing to a program to wrestle. Okay, you as a kid, especially that age,
strange.
you have your sights and vision. You're envisioning what your future is going to be. To boom, out of nowhere. I'm not faulting the kid for choosing. I'm faulting. Maybe a little more attention to detail in the recruiting process. Brands, and I hate to criticize the brands because I love the brands.
Well, Penn State.
I take the brand stands.
Yeah,
on this show.
Penn State's had the same thing happen. I mean, they got that Pennsylvania 4-time champ, and there was big
So maybe it happens. It happens. Maybe there's no fault of brands. It just happens. But yeah, it happened. It happened. So what else? And anything
that
else
hurt Iowa big time.
Yeah, and the bottom line is that hurts.
Yeah, that hurt. That and Chittum both hurt Iowa. I was saying, coming down the road, thinking about the whole Iowa thing, and if you think Iowa's going anywhere, you're sadly mistaken. Young wrestlers want to wrestle for the big dogs, the Caels or the Iowa, and the whole,
As long as they're big dogs, as long as they stay big dogs.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I've seen things collapse very quickly.
I tell you, between losing Jesseruga and losing Chittum, that Chittum was supposed to be there to cover for Max Murin's old 149 spot.
Mm-hmm.
Jesseruga was going to split with Ayala to cover one of the 225 or 33s. And, they got some other big names. And it's going to be interesting to see. Iowa's going to be good this coming year, especially if they get both of the Ferraris. Although I don't know how that really helps.
Because of the weight class jambalaya.
Yeah, that's right. It's not really going to help them that much.
I don't think Iowa finishes in the top 3 next year.
Yeah.
Do you?
I don't.
Make a call right. Oh, you're saying no.
I'm saying they'll get 4th. I mean, they're still a very good team. And who knows, in a year, we can't project down the line any longer with the portals and the NILs and
there'll be a lot of changes.
Around. Who knows what's going to be next
You can only talk about what it looks like right now, and it's pretty solidified. But, I want to mention something, and you've talked about some of your loony toony ideas that you got, Wayne's one-click channel. I got a theory, okay? And I do a lot of thinking about you, Tom Brands, about you, Cael Sanderson, and a lot of thinking. I watch all these other athletes too. In the NBA, we're watching the NBA Finals. Jimmy Butler out there, and you wonder, and then you look at LeBron, and then you watch someone like Ja Morant. What, so talented? Why doesn't he work? Tom Brands, so knowledgeable in this sport. What's different about him, Cael? You can't tell me Cael knows more. I'll tell you right now, it's my Tetris theory of personalities. My Tetris theory of personalities. Here's how it works. You envision every personality as a game of Tetris, okay? Now, there's personalities who are chameleon-like. They're good at the game. Cael, he's good at the game. He takes every piece, and instead of just forcing blocks down your throat because that's the only way you know it and hoping that works, he spins those blocks around. He's a personality. Now there's LeBron's that personality. Cael's I can name all these names. Tom Brady's that personality who they take those blocks, they move them around to make the game win, to make everyone in the game win. And then you have people like Ja Morant in the NBA, and I can go on and on, or Tom Brands, who just they just force those blocks down your throat, okay? And there's no other options, no adjustments are made. That's why you don't see adjustments in Iowa wrestlers. They're probably running the same practice that they ran back when Gable was the coach and Tom Brands was wrestling there. They made no adjustments. There's no chameleon. They're not good at Tetris. That's the Tetris Theory of Personalities. That's the difference between Cael and
I gotta
Tom
stop
Brands.
you. I gotta stop you.
Am I crazy?
First off, I don't know who this Morant is or LeBron. I have no clue who you're talking about. Next thing I know, we got Tetris going over here. We got blocks over here. What the world are you talking about?
Well, it's the all season, dude.
Dang, God. We just went on for 15 minutes, and I'm still trying to figure out what's he talking about. Wow. Wow, Drew. Drew, get over here.
All right.
Dang, God. Can I talk some wrestling with somebody? Okay. I have no clue. What the world? Play blocks
Folks,
and holes.
We're going to come back. We have Drew's Dig of the Week coming up back after that Looney Tunes segment. All right, folks, we are here for the first ever Drew's Digs segment of the week. Drew, a former guest of the show.
No one's safe.
Strong opinions, weak knowledge.
Yeah.
Strong opinions, weak knowledge. What do you got this week for us, Drew?
Okay, a couple things. First off, before we get into my digs, I ever heard that Brian was the fan of the week.
Brian Kulzak.
Hey, Brian, congrats, buddy. And how about, Brian, you're welcome here. Can we get Brian's girlfriend a t-shirt?
True.
Right?
Whoa. What's the budget over there?
Yeah, I know, dude.
Dang, God.
I'm down $20. You've been on the show for 20 seconds.
I
don't like this.
Should I send my car over also?
Unbelievable.
Dang, God.
Hey,
Digging at everybody. Zach ain't safe. No one is.
You know what, dude? Send your girlfriend size too. Brian would get your girlfriend a daggone shirt. My goodness.
All right. Now that we're all fired up, welcome to Drew's Digs.
All right.
And, we're here for Drew's Digs. Who we talking about?
All right. Well, the first thing, this guy, was it Fanco?
Fanco Wrestling.
Fanco Wrestling.
Big fan, Fanco.
Listen, Fanco, I watched your last segment with Spencer Lee.
What was it called? Spencer Lee, is the legacy good or bad?
Yeah. Okay.
I was looking. Okay. I saw the title for that.
Maybe clickbait.
I thought, I'm clicking. I'm clicking.
And about 4 minutes in, I'm like, dude, what is this guy doing? All he does is just go from this camera to this camera, this camera to this. And what are you, dude? You're in a room with checkered walls. I thought I was in a race car pit crew. Did you see the video? Boring. Listen, and for the, I got two
what
things.
About the content?
I like Fanco.
Fanco's better.
I don't personally watch Fanco because he's like the sports center for wrestling.
Yeah,
like he does a great job, production and all that. But everything he's saying, I already know because I'm
touche Fanco.
I'm busy reading over here and watching over here.
That's true. All right.
Okay.
But for the casual fan, Fanco's great.
All right. Are you?
Did we finish?
Someone shred that. Will someone shred Fanco before I have to do it myself, dude?
I was trying to shred him. He's in a checkered wall room. Dude, might as well give him a straitjacket. That guy's insane. You're in a room looking like that. Listen.
Well,
Fanco, I will say 40,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
wow.
Can I just say real quick, we're over here sitting around a coffee table. Hey, Fanco's trash. He's trash. We popped bottles when we hit 500 subscribers. There was confetti. There was champagne.
That was last week.
That was last week. Where are we at now? 504?
Yeah, but about 2 weeks earlier, we were at like 100, baby. We are blowing up. All right, Fanco. I waited too long, boy. First of all, good show, Fanco. I got to say.
It is good. It is.
Here's my complaint. Okay. I see that title, dude. Is Spencer Lee good or bad? Good or bad legacy? Oh, I thought great, dude, because I'm watching all these responses from Flow Wrestling. I'm tired of people criticizing Spencer Lee. Well, then I'm trying to find these other shows who criticize Spencer Lee. I can't find them, by the way. Can someone else show me these other criticisms? Because last time I checked, I'm the only show we can find that's criticizing Spencer Lee, and then we have about 10 times that amount of shows taking his defense.
And technically, we weren't criticizing Spencer. We were criticizing the treatment of Spencer. But
I'm criticizing Spencer because that boy's a grown man, dude.
Grown man.
Okay, but all right, back to what was I just talking? Fanco. Okay, Fanco. Okay, here we go. Fanco, great, dude. I watched 15 minutes of an episode. I wanted to know. I want to know what Fanco's opinion is of Spencer Lee. I got 15 minutes of
Nothing.
straight facts, informational facts. About 30 seconds at the end, he said, I think Spencer's legacy is good. What? Did I just watch 15 minutes for you to say I think Spencer's legacy is good? Fanco, okay, big fan.
Big surprise, by the way.
Big fan.
Ooh, that's a real hot take. You think he's good for wrestling? Wow.
I mean, don't, if it's your first, and by the way, I mean, I get what he was doing with that episode. He was starting it like you've never watched wrestling ever before.
Yeah, he
in
went
your
all the way
life.
back to like the videos of him wrestling as a kid.
I get what he was going for, but the fact is, dude, no one with no prior college wrestling knowledge is ever going to watch that video. So
Yeah.
I got to say,
Good attempt.
now, Fanco, would you get an opinion, dude?
Yeah.
Let's go. Is it so hard to have an opinion out there? Are we the only opinion show out on college wrestling?
Well,
I would agree with that. Yeah.
the thing is this whole world it's a different world.
Easy. Easy. Careful.
It's a different world, man. We don't want to hurt any feelings out there.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that takes me
If
to
he
my
gives
next
an
point.
opinion,
Hang on.
he may hurt some feelings.
Hang on. That takes me to my next point. Which, okay, we all understand these athletes are getting NIL deals now, right? Which means they're getting paid. Okay, I know before now, it's been you can't criticize college athletes. They're in college. They're not getting paid. Well, now they are.
Yeah.
Well, now they are.
Right.
So I can criticize, right?
You're criticizing the kids.
Well, they're getting paid.
The kids.
Think about the children.
24-year-old, 20. You know what happened when I was 24? I was already working construction for how many years?
Yeah, and you know
Being
what?
called, hey, peon, get over here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's
not how you do it, you idiot.
Yeah, that was called criticism. At
Yeah, I was
24 in
18.
that job because you were getting paid.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're getting paid now. We should be allowed to criticize them however much we want.
You know what I yelled up to the foreman? I said, I'm just a kid.
Yeah.
Are you criticizing me? I'm just a kid.
Wow, you should have
Shred.
sent your dad to talk to him. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. That's too easy.
Oh.
Spencer, you're going to regret that for the rest of your life. It's a layup drill on
So
those
many
jokes.
things he did wrong.
Dude,
So
come on.
many.
I mean, come on, for the rest of his life. He's
Do
gonna
you
be
care
hearing
if I
about
go
that.
a little bit off track? And
Go
I
off the
agree.
rails. It's the off season, baby.
You know, the whole kids, you don't criticize the kids. Well, I don't like criticizing. I don't like criticizing anything. I love wrestling. You know, as soon as money gets involved, that was the, boy, here comes the old man in me. That was the part I liked about college wrestling. And now we got
Now it's exciting. Dude.
Now
Now
all
we
of
got
a
something to talk about. You
That's
couldn't
true.
make a college wrestling podcast before the NIL deal in the off season. Ain't nothing to talk about.
Well, that's true.
Ooh, how was your practice going? Good.
Good. Hey, I sweat a lot today.
Yeah, I sweat and spit.
I like when you get a guy that he's, you know, we all know the practice lines that they'll do an interview with a wrestler on a podcast, and you can almost predict what he's going to say.
So boring.
All of the, you know, yes,
that's
team, my coaches just mean the world to me. They taught me everything. My teammates were all a close group. Come on,
Yeah.
let's get a little salsa.
Yeah, but as much as you hate that, that's what leads to the consistency in winning. I tell you what, I'm revising my 2-hour practice. I'm adding 10 minutes at the end. Social media management. I'm not joking.
Is this in between the blocks and the Tetris?
Life management.
Tell 'em, Drew.
We're gonna
Tell
play.
'em.
Boy,
Oh, I'm adding
God.
another 5 minutes. Tetris.
Oh, thanks, guys. Hey, I was in the other room and I heard Tetris talking about stacking Z's and not jamming lines.
You
in.
can't jam blocks down their throat,
What?
Tom.
No, you want to get that not near the top. Jam it. Jam the blocks. Okay.
It don't work. It don't matter. Just jam it.
It'll go in. Listen.
Can I inform the people who they're dealing with right where we're watching right now? This man over here, he used a vacation day because the new version of Zelda just came out. Zach, Let's speak to that.
Breaking news, folks. I have already saved Goron City.
Wow.
And
True.
all the residents of Goron
Wait,
City.
hold on. Wait, breaking news. 504 subscribers. 406 subscribers. We just
I know,
lost
dude.
about 98 of them.
Oh, now, dude. It's all season.
Sorry.
All right, we got to wrap this up, folks. We're going to come back to you Tuesday this week with an exclusive 1997 Iowa versus 2024 Penn State. It's the GOAT team versus the future GOAT team. Diggy Drew,
Yeah.
you want to stay on for that?
Here, listen.
Big dog.
I'll be a spectator on that one because I don't want to get involved in the facts because I know there's certain people out there I've heard through the grapevine think that my presence is terrible. Okay?
No, don't look this way.
No. Coleslaw.
Oh.
Cole's, oh boy, I'm tuning out. Cole says once he sees my face in the thumbnail, he's out.
Oh.
But listen, my hot take on that? Don't even know a single name of the 97 Hawkeye team. I can barely tell you the 24 Penn State team.
Yikes.
Modern day athletes are better than old athletes.
True.
I'm sorry.
That's a good lead
I'm
into
sorry.
the next episode.
Baseball, basketball, it's not even especially
That's
football.
factual.
Not even close.
Now, we're not going to
Not
take that
even
into
close.
account, but
You're saying
It
if
is.
Babe Ruth
bigger,
came,
stronger, faster, he would strike out.
if Babe Ruth was in his prime and he came on the Orioles right now, would he be their cleanup hitter?
Strike!
No. True.
That dude-
True.
that
See
dude-
what our school system has done?
Yeah. You got linemen running 4.5s. I see the old
Yeah.
videos. I'm like, this guy was all pro. This guy looks like he was bagging groceries last week.
Wow.
They're stronger. I'll give them that. I'll give them the strength card because the nowadays guys, they jam their toe out 9 months.
that would be toughness. Definitely not strength. Strength,
true.
we would throw them boys around. I would throw Babe Ruth around.
I mean,
I would throw. That's the second person I said I'd throw around on this podcast. Putin and now Babe Ruth, baby.
Wow.
dude,
I
we
throw
are
people around, boy.
We have a Mount Rushmore of people getting tossed around. I'm telling you, what a two starting.
Well, I can't take it when they have a relief pitcher. He threw 10 pitches.
Whoa, hey,
He needs a day break.
wow,
He needs a day break. He threw 10 pitches.
$70,000 ball. I mean,
I just don't get that.
They're just soft, and I go back to why we talked about what the ideal wrestling practice should look like. These boys aren't practicing right. They're soft. I'm telling
True.
you.
Can I ask you,
You won't get hurt though. I will say that, right? I mean,
did you take
Are you-
wrestling in gym class?
no,
They didn't have wrestling in gym class?
no.
They did at our school back in the
Did they
day.
for you, they
That
did.
didn't for me.
Back when men existed, we had wrestling as part of the gym.
No, you had creepy coaches wanting to see kids wrestle each other.
Yeah, that seems weird in high school. That seems weird to have as a.
Hey, you don't grab there. You don't grab there.
I want to wrestle the girls.
Yeah, is it co-ed wrestling?
I want to wrestle the girls, the hot girls.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, I got a question. Would you guys buy a college wrestling video game? You see NCAA is coming out with a new college football game.
Yeah,
And the athletes are getting paid.
Good.
They don't know how much. Every college football player is going to get paid for this college football
That'd be
game.
cool.
Yeah,
That'd be
I
cool.
would play it.
Now, it's got to be good, well done.
Well,
Don't
yeah.
give me chintzy. Like, remember the games back when you guys...
Well, you'd only need 3 buttons for Spencer, right? The snowplow shoot, or what was that? The
the dump.
tilt.
The tilt. Yeah.
Tilt.
Don't hit it too fast. That energy bar
Tilt,
will
tilt,
go
tilt,
down.
tilt.
Yeah, that's
The scale of the bar goes down pretty quick.
Oh!
If you empty that tank after the first quarter, boy,
energy
he's
low,
done.
energy low, energy low. No. Wow.
How about you could have an option consult in the coach and it be like Tom Brands panicking. He's taking down your
Throw the brick. Throw the brick.
He's taking away from your energy.
Throw it. Throw the brick.
If you had a
Wow.
good coach, it took away from your stamina. If you had a good coach, it added to your stamina.
This officially is the worst episode we've ever done.
Well,
Wow, surprise.
Yep.
I'm on it.
Ever done.
yeah.
That's why.
No,
Hey,
Cole,
It's
you're
the
right.
off season, folks.
You're right, Cole.
Thursday, we're coming back. 1997 Iowa, 2024 Penn State. Who is the greatest team of all time? I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at it.
Hey, Sally, could you turn the heat up in here a little bit because I'm getting cold. What the heck's going on? What do you got the thermostat at like 80?
All right, let's
What
close
look,
this.
His face is actually sweated.
All right, folks, this is
face
BEG
is
Wrestling.
sweated.
Until next time,
Turn the
we will
heat up.
see you. That show's getting wild.
Wow, listen, let me tell you. I thought it was going to be freezing here. It is hot.
Gee, my neck.